Hi, I'm Mr. Anime, and boy, do I have a show for you. Well, here I am, I'm all moved into my new place. Now, while I haven't set up my actual anime review station yet, I'm sure I'll get to that. But right now, I'll get to my favorite anime movie of all time, even above some Miyazaki films, is Cowboy Bebop the movie, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Now, we joined the regular Bebop crew here, which is Spike, Faye, Edward, and Jet, and we join them in an adventure where they have to stop a biochemical terrorist from unleashing crazy biomechanical weapons that turns into a virus that mimics blood cells and messes your brain up, which is basically what the movie's about. A terrorist wants to kill everybody. That's the usual, I guess, for movies. In the beginning of the movie, Faye witnesses an oil tanker explosion that kills 75 people in the street. It unleashes a crazy chemical gas that we find out later in the movie is made by nanomachines. I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but that's not really giving too much of it away. The good things I like about this movie is that the story is very cool. Vincent is the name of the villain. I actually knew this black guy in high school named Vincent, but I'm not really going to get into that too much. But Vincent's a pretty cool guy. He's got a scruffy beard, long black hair. He looks like he's the very shady type of person that'll try to kill everyone, and he does. My favorite fight scene probably out of almost any animated show is the final fight scene between Spike and Vincent. It's just so fluid and cool. Like, they actually spent so much time animating each little detail of all these, crazy combo blocks, and, these are two talented martial artists. As far as the dubbing and the subbing goes, up until a few days ago, I only watched the English version. I've seen the English version twice, and yesterday or 2 days ago, I watched the Japanese original sub, and I must say that I love both versions. Both versions do a great job. The sub that I watched, though, the dub that I watched has it has English music instead of the Japanese music, which isn't bad, but it kind of gets thrown off sometimes with the beat, if that makes any sense. Like, they should have kept the original Japanese songs in the movie instead of replacing with English songs, because trading being able to hear and understand the song for the fact that the song doesn't really match up with the scenes like it does in the Japanese version, it's not a good trade for me. There is some jazzy tunes, though. There is one jazzy tune that I come to memory when Spike is trying to run from police force fighters, and there's a pretty impressive fighter jet scene there, and that is very traditional bebop jazzy tune, and I thought that was very good. Now, as for the actual story, I've already kind of gone over with you. Nanomachine virus going to unleash it, and try to kill everybody. The story was very cool, although there were some interesting loose ends there. Like, near the end, Faye goes into this weather center and holds the weather center up with a gun, and she's like, "I want it to rain." If you haven't seen the movie, disregard this, but she's like, "I want it to rain." Don't they have cameras in there? Like, wouldn't they be able to identify her? Or wouldn't she get arrested later for doing that? But I guess that's just the kind of stuff that you can't think about when you watch this movie. And all the characters had a great place in this movie. Edward was at her usual computer hacking. Jet was kind of the wise guy that just sat around alone all the time and kind of reminisced. And then Spike and Faye were, constantly out running errands back and forth and causing lots of errors, yes. Spike meets a girl named Electra, early in the film, and then kind of gets close to her later in the film. And she's a nice new character to add to the mix. And I haven't seen this movie, in about 3 or 4 years, so watching it a few days ago, it was a lot better than I remembered. So for Cowboy Bebop the movie, Knocking on Heaven's Door, I have to give a very solid 8 out of 10 to. It is a very fun movie to watch, and it's definitely my favorite anime movie. And if it's not my favorite anime movie, it's definitely my favorite animated action movie. So I guess I'll see when I get my anime background set up. It's going to be a good one. And when I do, I will see you next time on Mr. Anime Reviews. Take care, everyone.